Rian Johnson's portrayal of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi makes sense. Star Wars fans dislike Luke's portrayal in this movie because of his pessimistic attitude. They argued that this Luke isn't the one from Return of the Jedi. Considering the trauma Luke had experienced, the mental instability of the Skywalker bloodline, and how the Jedi inadvertently helped Palpatine corrupt his father and take over the galaxy, it's easy to understand the dissolution of Luke's hopeful nature. Luke was a young Jedi Knight when he absolved his father, Darth Vader, a planet destroyer and mass murderer, of his sins. He'd only spent a year with the knowledge of his parentage. In contrast, between Return of the Jedi and The Last Jedi, Luke spent decades knowing he was Vader's progeny. He had to live among the people his father traumatized, the ghosts of the families and lives he destroyed. Wouldn't it be natural for Luke's hopeful personality to shift upon seeing his nephew and disciple, Ben Solo, follow his father's footsteps? He knew Ben was the grandson of the Chosen One and thus could seriously damage the galaxy with his strong connection to the Force. Next, let's discuss Luke's overreaction to his Force visions about Ben's possible fall to the dark side. Did his father Anakin not behave in a similar, if not more severe fashion when experiencing premonitions? Anakin executed younglings when he thought turning to the dark side would prevent his vision of Padme dying from coming true. Mental illness and aptitude are hereditary, and like father like son, Luke thought of taking lethal measures to prevent a terrible future depicted in his Force vision from happening. Also, is it unrealistic for a man who's the seed of a planet destroyer, has seen the charred remains of his adopted parents, and fought in the Civil War to think about executing his nephew to prevent another galaxy-wide conflict? Has anyone ever thought of the possibility of Luke having PTSD? Of course this man is insane. Let's not forget, in The Empire Strikes Back, Yoda was apprehensive about training Luke. He had suffered too much hurt and had too many deep emotional connections like his father to be an ideal Jedi candidate. Why would we expect Luke to be an infallible Jedi? His father was the Chosen One and he was far from it. Lastly, the prequels illuminated that the Jedi's dogmatic principles helped turn Anakin to the dark side. When Anakin attempted to seek help from Yoda regarding his fear of Padme's foreseen death, Yoda told him to erase it. That advice is unconventional and unrealistic. Anakin wasn't a droid. The future Sith tried to repress his feelings until Darth Sidious acknowledged them and manipulated Anakin through them, transforming him into Darth Vader. The Jedi were also hypocrites. The Jedi Code states that they should only kill in defense, yet they led the Grand Army of the Galactic Republic against the Separatists in the Clone Wars. Arguably, this war wasn't a war of defense for the Republic. Chancellor Palpatine or Darth Sidious engineered this war to bring about the Jedi's downfall, and they fell for it. When combining how the Jedi fell and Ben's turn to the dark side, it's completely understandable why Luke would feel anxiety, fear, and apprehension about restoring the Jedi Order. I view the Jedi like the 2024 Democratic Party. They had good intentions but lost themselves and gave way to authoritarianism. What do you think of my assessment? How do you feel about Ryan's take on Luke? Let me know in the comments.